Oh, hi there. Thanks so much for showing up for your learning. It's Mr. Jennings, and I'm going to do a lot of math. All right? Actually, it's not a lot. It's only 2 pages. It's going to take me like 12 minutes, and that's going to be explaining every single move that I make. So, this is not all that much. You can absolutely manage to do this much math. Let's go for it, everybody. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so it's very clear what we're working on. First, we're going to solve this one here, where we get our pen. Our pen is now small, and we can work with that. Okay, we have a minus 16. A is this mystery number we want to solve. We're going to do the opposite to both sides of the equations. Maybe you've heard somebody said that already. The opposite of minus 16 is plus 16. So I add 16 to both sides of the equation. Okay? I add 16 to both sides of the equation. Then I get A is equal to 55. All right, circle it. It's the final answer. Circle it. Circle it. It shows that you know that that's your answer. All right. I also have communicated my thinking clearly by showing what I did to both sides. Almost like it's exactly what I've been doing every day in front of your very eyes. So that's how I'd like you to do that. Um, now, now, what do we do once we've got that? We want to make sure that's the correct number, the correct answer. So write down a minus 16 equals 39. Where did I get that? Right there. That was the question. Okay, and then I plug this in for a, like this. 55 is a minus 16 does in fact equal 39. Okay, so it was correct. Good. All right, let's go. Now, we got this one. 3b plus 5 equals 44. Well, let's find out. We are adding 5 here. We'd rather not. Okay? We'd rather get that out of the way. We also have this other dance partner here with b. It's the multiply by 3. But a little tip, a little word to the wise. Get rid of these first. It's way easier. Way easier. Okay, so we're going to do the opposite of add 5, which is minus 5, to both sides of the equation, right? Both sides of the equation. The equation has two sides. One's over there, one's over there. This is what I mean by sides, okay? So, yeah. All right, so we subtract 5 from both sides. And then we get, is that 3b minus 5? No, it's 3b plus 5 minus 5. This is 0. That's why you did that. So that's 3b is there. And then 44 minus 5 is, oh, that number 39. Someone had the number 39 on the brain, I guess. And then I'm like, well, I can divide both sides by 3. Because now I am ready to deal with this dance partner. Okay, that dance partner is multiply by 3. I do the opposite of multiply by 3, which is divide by 3. Both sides of the equation, folks. So that leaves me with b is equal to, see, these cancel. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 1b is left over there, one single b. And this is the way we write down 1b. We don't usually write down 1 multiplied by b. That would be weird. So don't do that. Only if it's like 2, 3, or 5. Okay, so b is equal to 39 divided by 3. 13. That's the final answer. Plug it in. 3 times b is 39. 3 times 13 is 39. 39 plus 5 is indeed 44. 13 is the only number that will satisfy this equation. You still want to go back and check your answer, even if you just do a mental math. Still is good practice. Okay. Now over here. Oh, I got so many questions about this one today. Am I right? Yeah, you are. Why is the answer a fraction? Because the answer is going to be fractions, okay? That's what I'm showing you. So here. All right. We have a positive 92 over there, which we would like to be 0. If you have $92 in your bank account and you want to zero your bank account, that's positive 92, right? 92. You want to zero your bank account, you're going to subtract 92. But you're going to do it to both sides of the equation, okay? One side, the other side of the equation. All right. Okay. So now we get, do we get 5c over here? 5c? No, negative 5c, okay? Just so you have to notice that and not make that error. Okay, there's other ways to work with it, which I've shown in class, but this is the simplest. Minus 7 minus 92 is minus 99. Okay, and then we divide both sides by minus 5 to get c. Why c? Because this cancels this, right? Negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1, positive 1. So we have 1C over there. We have the whole cantaloupe. And the whole cantaloupe is now 99 on 5, which you can circle. That's acceptable as a final answer, an improper fraction. If you want to give this as a mixed number, yes, it does happen to be 19 and 4/5. You can do that, or 19.8. That's fine, but I wouldn't. All right. And then you plug it back in, check it, and make sure. 99 over 5 multiplied by -5 is -99. When I plug that in here, yes, this is still mental math. Okay, I'll write it out for you. Okay, here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop-boop. I'll do it in another color. Okay, we'll do this in red. 92 minus 5 multiplied by 99 on 5 equals -7. Well, it's not that bad. Cancels. So this becomes 5 multiplied by divided by 5 is 1. So cancels. So we have 92 minus 99 does indeed equal -7. Is correct. All right, now we get to some ones with fractions. Oh, I knew you were going to be very excited for this. So we want to show that we can perform operations with rational numbers correctly, still using inverse operations, meaning just do the opposite, and we still want to be communicating or thinking clearly. Let's go. Okay, here, there's a couple ways to do this. 3/4 multiplied by some number gives me 6. I'm expecting the number that I need to multiply by to be a little bigger than 6, if you know what I mean, because 3/4 of it would be 6. So anyway, one thing I can do is I can say, ooh, fractions. I bet I can multiply both sides by 4. Bam. 6 times 4. Okay, and then this is going to cancel this because 1 4 is upstairs and 1 4 is downstairs. Some of y'all have been doing this, multiply by 4. It's just every time I see it, I want to say stop doing that because you're multiplying upstairs. Multiplying is upstairs. Division is downstairs. What do I mean by upstairs and downstairs? Okay, all right. Maybe I can't do this all in 12 minutes like I thought I could, but here we go. All right, this is multiply by 4. That's upstairs. It's happening up at the top of the fraction at the numerator level. Okay, if I have numerator 4 and denominator 4, they can cancel. Okay, and that's nice. So I multiply this. Also upstairs. You'll notice that's also upstairs because that's the number 6 on 1 multiplied by 4 on 1. They're both upstairs numbers. 1/4, okay, that's a downstairs number. That's a denominator. That's what I mean by upstairs, downstairs. Not technical math language. Just make sure you're clear on whether your number is upstairs or downstairs. All y'all like putting it downstairs, some of you, and it ain't right. Anyway, now we're left with 3D. 3 multiplied by D is equal to 24. Why 24? Because 6 times 4 is 24, okay, folks? Then we see, well, we're multiplying by 3, so we divide by 3, and we get D is equal to 8, okay? But there's a different way. There's a faster way, okay? You got 3/4 D equals 6. So you go ahead and you get a different color pen because this is fun to do in a different color pen. You multiply by the flip fraction. See that fraction? See how I flipped it? And then I multiply on the other side by the same flip fraction. Notice that the 3 ended up downstairs anyway and the 4 ended up upstairs. I just do both upstairs, downstairs at the same time. Bam! On one line I go cancel, 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 cancel. D has been isolated and D is equal to 24 on 3, which is 8. Done, final answer. And then you plug it in, okay? Yeah, don't forget to plug it in and check. 3/4 D equals 6. So then we say, well, is 3/4 of 8 6? If I divide 8 into quarters, each quarter is 2. And then I have 3 2s. That's 6. Let's solve for the unknown here. This is a little more challenging. All right, so now we got fractions. They're not multiplying our variable here. They're out there in the problem. Okay, so one thing I could do here, I like this, is I'm going to do this one a little differently than I've been doing. I'm going to add f to both sides because I'm worried about that negative f there. I don't like it. I think I might make an error. So now I've got 1/4 is equal to 2/3 plus f. And then what I'm going to do, team, is I'm going to subtract 2/3 from both sides. And I can write that like this, negative 2/3 plus 1/4. I'm subtracting. I have negative 2/3 there. I'm removing 2/3 from that side by adding a negative 2/3. That is the same. So now I just have to evaluate that. So let's evaluate that. I see 3 and 4 on the bottom. I got to go to 12ths. Okay? So in order to get to 12ths, I'm going to multiply top and bottom here by 4 and top and bottom here by 3. All right? So that's going to give me negative 8 on 12 plus 3 on 12 is equal to positive f. Only f is left on that side of the equation now. So that's negative 5 on 12 equals f. That's it. That's all. Let's go. Okay, we can also plug that in here. Okay, subtract a negative thing is plus, right? So we've got a negative thing there, which we are going to subtract. So subtract a negative is plus that thing, right? That thing's 5/12. We're going to add 1/4 to 5/12. Well, 1/4 is the same as 3/12, and 3/12 plus 5/12 is 8/12. 8/12 is 2/3. So it works. Yeah, we checked our answer. All right, this one just mildly harder. Okay, this one I'm not going to do by throwing the g over. Here I threw the f over because I wanted a positive f. Here I'm going to keep it negative because you can do it either way. So in order to work with this one, I'm going to subtract 1/6 from both sides. Okay, that will give me negative 2g is equal to 2 on, oh, so I got to go to sixths here, right? So this is negative 4/6 minus 5. Why did I say minus 5? It's minus 1. It just, the thing it is doesn't change. I was doing the next line. Okay, minus 1/6. Okay, so that gives me negative 2g is equal to negative 5/6. We divide both sides by negative 2, which is the same thing as multiplying by 1 on negative 2. Okay, see? Downstairs number, downstairs number. This multiply is the same as divide downstairs or whatever. Anyhow, okay, g is equal to 5 on 12. Positive because we got negative, negative. Two negatives make positive when multiplying and dividing. If I look a bit like it's because then people will say, oh, so that's true when adding and subtracting? No! When adding and subtracting, imagine your bank balance or imagine a cold day or something like that. All right, here are multi-step equations, okay, where our variable appears in two places and we want to solve it. And we can perform operations with rational numbers or integers correctly, okay? And we can communicate our thinking clearly. This is all still important. All right. So here, I got h's on both sides. I don't like that, so I'm going to take away two of them over there. Two h's have just disappeared from that side of the equation, so let's disappear two h's on that side of the equation. 3h minus 2h is h. 1h. 1h over there, so we don't usually write this 1 multiplied by h, but I know that confuses some of you. Why is it not there? It's just h means one of them. Okay. Plus 1 equals negative 5. And then we subtract 1 from both sides. And we get h is equal to negative 6. And we circle it, and it's the final answer, but then we can check it. 3h plus 1 should be equal to 2h minus 5. Let's evaluate both sides. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18 plus 1 is equal to negative 12. That's 2 times negative 6 minus 5. Hey, would you look at that? They both equal minus 17 on both sides. It's correct. But you don't really circle that. That's just to check. That's correct. How about these ones with the j's? Okay, so I'm going to get that 6 to the other side this way. I don't want to have numbers on both sides of my equal sign, so I'm going to move that one. And while I'm at it, I'm going to add 9j to both sides, plus 9j. Okay, 15j plus 9j is 24j is equal to 14 minus 6, don't mind if I 8. Divide both sides by 24, because the opposite of multiply by 24 is divide by 24. So we get 24 over there. 8 divided by 24, j is equal to 1/3. Okay, because 8 over 24, I think you'll agree that that's 8 over 3 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 8 cancels 8. It leaves a 1 though, because 8 divided by 8 is 1. The 1 stays there. That's what you do. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah. Oh, this one, okay. This one's spicy. Spicy. Is it spicy? Yes. Okay, for you it's spicy. All right, let's go. All right. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. I just did the same thing to both sides of the equation. Do you see that? See how it's the same? And then I'm going to add 3/4 k to both sides. Okay, so this is gone. That's 0. This is the number 6 minus 18 on 3. Okay, so 37 minus 18 happens to be 19 on 3. And then I have to resolve this over here. 3/4 k plus 1/5 of k. Let's do that. Maybe we do that in scratch paper or something like that. I don't mind. You can, if you're like super spicy, you can do this over here. 3/4 plus 1/5. Okay, because that's 1/5 of k. That's 3/4 of k. Add them together. Add your fractions. All right, we're going to multiply this one top and bottom by 5. We're going to multiply this one top and bottom by 4 to go to common denominator 20, so that we're over 20 here. And we've got 15 plus 4, 19 on 20. Okay. And here's what you do with that. You multiply top and bottom by 20 on 19. Because you know that's going to clear your fraction. You know it's going to get it to 1. And then you multiply over here by 20 on 19. Okay? Cancels, cancels. Upstairs, downstairs. Evil twins. If you live upstairs from your evil twin, you both disappear in this puff of chalk dust. Okay, so poof, gone. K equals 19 times 20 divided by 3 times 19. Don't you dare. Don't you dare multiply those. That would be a waste of your time. Your time is too valuable. Notice that you can cancel the 19 because this problem was created by a cunning math magician. So then you are left with 20 upstairs and 3 downstairs. That's 20 over 3. Circle it. Check mark. Final answer done. Can you use variables to represent unknowns? Can you do it? Okay. When I woke up, how many cookies did my brother eat at midnight? Well, there were 18 when I went to bed and 5 when I woke up. Okay, so I am going to say let C equal the number of cookies bro ate. Okay, how many cookies do you eat, bro? C. See for yourself. Okay, let's see for ourselves. We would say this, 18, the number of cookies I had before I went to bed, minus C, the number of cookies my brother ate, happens to be the number 5. Add C to both sides. 18 equals 5 plus C. The number of cookies that were left plus the number of cookies my brother ate were the total cookies at the beginning. During your algebra, you can still look at these statements and say, I can see how that still makes sense. Subtract 5 from both sides. 13 equals C. Circle it. And then you type or you write this beautiful sentence. So, my annoying brother ate 13 cookies and left me only 5. So that means war. Okay, it's very important that you have this statement at the end of the question, because it shows that you understood the question and that you understand that you have answered the question. It also shows that you know how to relate these types of ideas to situations from your life, because who hasn't had that happen, right? And also, it's a way that you can have fun. You can have fun with this. I have fun with this. You're allowed to too. Let's keep going. At the start of the week, my odometer reads 15,000 kilometers. I went to work and back 5 times. I went to work and back 5 times. So that's 2, like I go and then I come back. So it's like times 2, but then 5 times. So it's 2 times 5. I actually made the trip 10 times, 10 trips during the week. And I also drove to the skate park once, which is a round trip of 1 kilometer. So that's really just like plus 1 kilometer. At the end of the week, my odometer reads this much, and I want to know how far it is from my home to my work. We can do it here, all right? So here's what I might say. I might go, I'll do it this way. Let x equal the distance from home to work. All right, then I build my equation. Watch this fancy equation in blue. We're going to go back to blue. Okay, so we know that x is the distance from home to work. And I'm going to say that if I, like my starting odometer, 15,000 plus 10x, because I made this trip 10 times. So 10 times this distance would be the number of kilometers that I added. Plus 1, because I told you that I had this one trip to the skate park. I work really hard to make these questions relatable to a young audience. Yeah, really, right, yeah, like any of you have driven. All right, anyway, all of that plus 1 is equal to the resulting 15,151 kilometers. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 15,001 from this side. That'll get rid of that and that. So I better subtract 15,001 from that side, and then I get this new line. 10x is equal to 150. Divide both sides by 10. The distance that I need to travel to go to work is 15 kilometers. And then I have a little sentence. It is 15 km from my home to my work. And bring on the podcasts. There. There. Do I give bonus points if you make me laugh? No, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt you to try. All right, let's go. Last question. Very last on this practice quiz. Hooray! I bought 3 Taylor Swift tickets. You wouldn't believe it. I bought 3 Taylor Swift tickets. It might not be the best financial decision I could have made since I only had $1,991 in my account. I did pay $13 sales tax on the tickets. And after I bought the tickets, I had that much in my account. I want to know the pre-tax price so I can brag about buying these 5 tickets. I got a great deal. I don't know. It's actually a really good deal, I think, for Taylor Swift tickets. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really in the Taylor Swift ticket market, but let's go. Okay, so give me a second. I actually need some extra paper. Maybe I'll do it up here. I can erase that. I don't need to keep that. Let's go. Get rid of that. Do it right here. You can't do this, but you could find another space on the page and do it. That would be fine. Okay, let's go. So I am going to start with my, I'll do this down here. Let T equal the price of 1 ticket. And let's be very clear, the pre-tax price of 1 ticket. Okay, so here's how we would do this. Okay, you just set up your equation and it's so much easier than all the stuff I see all you doing, trying to like fit all the numbers together without using an equation. Okay, I had 1991 and then I subtracted 3 tickets where I added tax. So I'm multiplying by 1.13 multiplied by x, and then that's going to equal 109.55 dollar sign. Okay? I'm taking out the price of 3 tickets, and this is the price of 1 ticket, but then I add tax, which is multiplied by 1.13. That's 100% plus 13% tax. So it's much easier than multiplying by 0.13 and adding it back to the original. That's 2 operations. That's a waste of your time. Okay, so anyway, let's go. So now we are going to, I'm going to boot this over to the other side of the equation, like this. So I am going to add 3.39x, because you'll notice that is 3 times 1.13. So I'm going to add that to both sides. I'm just going to simplify as I go. And I'm also going to subtract 109.55 from both sides. Mr. Jennings, can I do that in 2 lines? Yes, if you like to do a little bit more work, that's fine. Okay, and then, I'm having math fatigue. When I notice I have math fatigue, I bring out my calculator. All right, I say I very rarely use a calculator, but when I do, it's because it's a spicy problem and I have math fatigue. Okay, 1991. You probably notice I have math fatigue because I'm being ridiculous. All right, minus 109.55 gives us, okay, that's how much the Taylor Swift tickets cost, because it's the difference between my bank account before and after I bought them. So what this is saying is 1881.45 equals 3.39x. Divide both sides by 3.39. And if I ever seen a calculator question, that's it. Holy. But you know what? Want to hear the good news? I already have that number on my calculator. I just push divide by 3.39. Prepare to be amazed, everyone. It's like I wanted you to know that you had found the correct answer. Okay, so that's why I buried that in there for you. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, $555 equals X. Circle it. Go write your answer. Now I want to make a Taylor Swift joke. But if I wait until my brain comes up with it, it's going to be a long video. So I'm going to say that, gosh, I can't even find a Taylor Swift lyric in my head right now. Yeah, so total worth it. I'm going to say it's totally worth it. Yay, being a Swiftie. All right, everyone. I hope that helps you solve your equations and that you can develop these skills this week, because we're going to keep developing these skills. You're going to notice as we go, this spicy level is going to start moving down there, and this level is going to start moving down there. We're going to be going up the levels, and you want to get up to those higher levels. Doing these as mental math is very excellent, wonderful practice, and I want to get you all there. Okay, bye for now, everybody.